Slash was born Saul Hudson on July 23, 1965 in Stoke on Trent, England, to artistic parents both involved in the entertainment industry. His mother was a clothing designer who worked on David Bowie's film The Man Who Fell to Earth, and his father designed album art for such artists as Neil Young and Joni Mitchell. The family eventually moved to Hollywood, where Hudson attended junior high, received his first guitar, and met future GNR drummer Steven Adler. With Hudson adopting the nickname Slash, given to him by a family friend, the two formed a band called Road Crew. Although it proved unsuccessful, it was the vehicle through which they met each other and the other members of what would become Guns N' Roses. GNR debuted in June 1985, and even before Appetite for Destruction was released in 1987, the band members acquired a reputation as notorious alcohol and drug abusers. As their popularity soared, the reserved Slash established himself as an important part of the band's visual image, with a top hat and a mound of shaggy black hair covering his face as he typically staggered around the stage with a cigarette dangling from his mouth. Hedonistic excess consumed most of the band, with such incidents as Slash and Duff McKagan's Drunken, profane acceptance of the band's American Music Award on live television. In 1990 opening for the Rolling Stones, Axl Rose's infamous on-stage pronouncement that he would leave the band if certain members did not stop dancing with Mr. Brownstone was primarily directed at Slash and Adler. Slash kicked his habit within a year, but Adler did not and was fired. In 1992, Slash courted controversy again with a product endorsement for Black Death vodka. Later that year, he was married to actress and model Renee Sorum, a union that lasted 5 years. Meanwhile, in spite of controversy and personnel turnovers, Guns N' Roses had actually continued to record music. After the Use Your Illusion sets of 1991 and the 1993 punk covers album The Spaghetti Incident, the band went on hiatus. Slash formed a side project called Slash's Snakepit, which consisted of fellow GNR bandmates Matt Sorum and Gilby Clarke, plus bassist Mike Inez and vocalist Eric Dover. The group released an album in 1995 titled It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere. Slash hit the road with a slightly different touring lineup with Brian Tichy and James Lomenzo signing on as the rhythm section. In 1996, Slash put together a different band to play at a blues festival in Budapest, an endeavor that evolved into Slash's Blues Ball. Featuring vocalist, harmonica player Teddy Andreadis, rhythm guitarist Bobby Schneck, saxophonist Dave McLaurin, bassist Johnny Griperic, and drummer Albino Bennett, Slash's Blues Ball devoted themselves primarily to a repertoire of classic blues covers, plus occasional GNR and Snakepit material. Rumors about the status of Guns N' Roses had been swirling for some time, and in October 1996 it was confirmed that, owing to his unwillingness to follow Axl Rose's interest in industrial and electronic music, Slash was no longer a member of the band. He gigged off and on with the Blues Ball into 1998, although a rumored live album never materialized. Instead, Slash decided to reform the Snakepit in 1999 with an entirely different lineup. Raspy-voiced singer Rod Jackson and ex-Venice drummer Matt Logg came on board, along with Blues Ball bassist Griperic and Teddy Andreadis, who contributed keyboard and harmonica work. After trying out ex-Alice Cooper guitarist Ryan Roxie, Slash settled on rhythm guitarist Kerry Kelly, who had previously worked with Warrant and Rat. The new Snakepit played some gigs together and in the spring of 2000 completed a new album, which was originally slated to be released on Interscope Geffen. However, feeling that a more traditional guitar rock album would get lost in the promotional shuffle, Slash moved over to Coke, which finally released Ain't Life Grand in October 2000. A few years later, Slash teamed up again with McKagan, Matt Sorum, and Stone Temple Pilots lead singer Scott Weiland to form the supergroup Velvet Revolver, who released their first album in 2004. Velvet Revolver released a second album called Contraband in 2007 and fell apart not long afterward. Slash regrouped by releasing his memoir in 2007 and cutting his eponymous first solo album. drafting a bunch of friends including Ozzy Osbourne, Chris Cornell, Kid Rock, and Fergie to sing lead vocals. For the supporting tour, Slash had alter bridge vocalist Myles Kennedy sing lead. This union proved strong, as Kennedy was the only singer on Slash's second album 2012's Apocalyptic Love, which hit number 4 on the American album charts upon release. 2 years later, Slash released World on Fire, his second album with Myles Kennedy and the Conspirators. It debuted at number 10 on the US charts upon its September 2014 release. Slash turned his attention to the reunited Guns N' Roses in 2016. Following a headlining spot at Coachella in 2016, GNR embarked on an international tour called Not in This Lifetime, which lasted into 2018. Even though Guns N' Roses were busy on the road, Slash kept Myles Kennedy and the Conspirators active. Living the Dream, the group's third album, appeared in September of 2018. The band supported it with a brief tour which resulted in a 2019 concert LP, Living the Dream Tour. 2021 saw the release of the single The River is Rising, ahead of the arrival of his fourth collaboration with the Conspirators, the aptly named 4, which appeared in 2022.